Just few seconds, almost there. Yes, we're live now. So, hi everyone. Today we're going to continue our live workshops, and we are going to introduce how to use HTML and CSS in creating web pages. Today, Ronax is going to share his experience.
Yeah, so we're going to make really a basic web page today using HTML and CSS. So let's get started. This is an HTML file. I've already made it and saved it. So the first thing we need to do is make it an HTML file. So I'll start with an HTML tag. Now HTML, the basic idea of HTML is that it's used for the content of your website. So the text, the images, you know, everything that you read or you see on the website is through HTML. You can do a little bit of designing in HTML, but that's not the main purpose. If you want to do design, we use CSS. So here you can see you can change the background color, the font sizes, all that stuff, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. So the way to do that is you have to link the two. So I'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's start with our HTML. Let's create a head. Okay. And I'm using a program called Brackets, it's a coding program. You can use, there's a couple out there, such as Notepad++, but I like to use Brackets. And since it's saved as an HTML file, it already closes and does all this work for you. So I'm gonna start with the title tag. Let's do our topic to be famous musicians, okay? That's a great topic. And look, the program already closed the title tag for us. So it's / title and then close brackets. That's how you close a tag. And that's for every tag on HTML. For CSS, it's a little bit different. That's our head. Now what we need to do is we need to connect our HTML file and our CSS file. Because otherwise, how would the computer know to make these two files go together? Because the CSS does the design and HTML does the content, but to make it go together, we need to make them linked. So to do that, we use this line of code. Link rel equals style sheet, type equals text / CSS, href, and this is the reference. So whatever is the name of the CSS file, that's what you would put here. And in my case, you can see this file is called music.css. So I will put music.css, and it's already saved on my computer. And that way, the two files are now connected. So let's start. Let's close the head first. Oh, it's already closed. That's fine. And then we open the body. Move this down a little bit. Let's back up. And now what goes in the body? We can have our paragraphs, our header. So the title for this, famous musicians, that's what goes on to the URL of the website. So that's what you would put into your browser. But now we need something to go on our actual web page because right now our web page is empty. So that's all that goes in the body. So let's make a header. So we'll start with an H1. Now these tags are helpful because they help when you're making your CSS, they help to see exactly which design elements go into what. So right now let's make an H1. Let's just call it famous musicians because that's what our website is about. So when we're doing our CSS, we can say H1 color red or font size 30. So that's really what it's used for. These tags are helped when we're trying to link the websites together and we can see what goes exactly with what. So that's H1. Let's do an H2 as well. Let's put a break tag first. So break tag, all it does is it adds a line of space between. So you'll see in a second. And then we can put H2 here. The difference between H1 and H2. And H1 will be a little bit bigger. H2 will be smaller because it's the second header. And we can call it a presentation. Perfect. And the header is closed. Now we can move on and we can put a paragraph. So to make a paragraph, we put a p tag. Let's put another break here, actually. It's fine. So p tag is a paragraph tag, and again, you can, when you have multiple paragraphs, you can label them p1, p2, p3. Here, for now, we'll just have one basic paragraph, and that way you'll be able to see exactly what's going on with that. And then the CSS, we can just say p, text size, color, all that. So famous musicians, we can type an entire paragraph here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna Google. Let's do famous musicians Wikipedia. Sure, musician, that's fine. We can just copy a paragraph from Wikipedia for now. Right, you can see all this, and then we just paste it right there. Okay, and there we have our text. Now we have a text, we have a header. What else do we want to put on our website?
Excuse me, Ronak. So William is asking what file, what program you are using. You are using Notepad, right? Or is it
Actually, no,
text file?
right now I'm not using Notepad++. That's a very good website, a very good program that a lot of people like to use. But I'm actually using Brackets, which is a different coding program.
Bracket is for Apple, right? For iMac.
No, Brackets, you can use it for web development also. And it works very well. And
Okay.
I just like it because I like the user interface a little bit better. But it works the same way as Notepad++. It does.
Okay. Yes, I sent William the link to download Notepad++. Thank you.
So yeah. Can I download the Bracket in my PC?
Yeah, you can. I have it downloaded on my laptop.
The laptop, yeah.
Yeah, I have it on my laptop right here.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's completely free also. So we're working on our website here. We've added some text. Now let's add an image. So I can put image src. That's the code to put an image. Now let's go on Google and find a good image. Images.
Sorry, also for interruption. What does P stand for? P.
This P tag, it stands for paragraph. So lets the computer know that there's a paragraph. Yeah. So let's just we have this paragraph. Let's find a good image. Let's do this one. Doesn't really matter. Now to put an image into our website, we can just copy the link address and the image src. You can just paste the address right there, and it will go. And then the computer will know to find that image online and put that into your website. Because that's the image address, that's the location of the image. That's perfect right there. And that's basically our HTML done. We have, to recap, we have 2 headers, a paragraph of text, and then an image. So you know what? Let's just take a look. Let's just take a look at what that looks like right now. This is our final product. Oh, so this image, sometimes this happens. That's all right. This image isn't a great image to use. It's not loading. So we'll just have to choose a different image. That's more to do with the browser than any mistake on our part. That's all right. How about we just try using this image right here. Copy image address, and then we'll check it out and see if that works. Let's see, Control S.
So I can watch this replay on Facebook, right?
There we go. Yeah, I think Yulia can answer that question better than I can.
Yes, correct. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Right now, our website should look like this without any CSS. So all that color and stuff, that was after I put in CSS, just while I was preparing. So right now, without adding any CSS or any design elements, this is what our website looks like. Let's say we have our H1. This is our H1, our H2, and then our paragraph, our text, our P tag, and then our image. So Remember I put a break tag here. Let's see what happens if I remove this break tag. Let's see what difference that makes. I saved it, refresh. You see how everything got closer together? So that's basically what a break tag does. And I kind of like that. I kind of like it a little bit closer. So we want to add some color. We want to change the font a little bit. We probably want to make the text sizes a little bigger. We can do all that in CSS. Actually, I also want to make this image a little bit bigger. So what we can do is we can just change the width and the height to 350. And let's see what difference that makes. I saved it. Oh, it actually made it smaller. I guess the image was a little bit bigger, but I think I like that. So yeah, that's so if you want to change the width and height, you can just put it into the same SRC code and just say width equals 300, height equals 350, or whatever you want the width and height to be. Very simple. That's basically the extent of HTML can do. So let's start working on our CSS now. And CSS is design elements. So now we have our body tags, and this is for an entire body. So this is basically the whole thing. Let's say I want to put in a background color. Now we have all these options that bracket gives us right here. We can put any of these colors, but in reality, if we really wanted to, we could go onto Google, search up something called color picker. And if you see here, we can choose one of any of these colors. So basically we have every color on the color spectrum to choose from. And all we have to do is copy this hex code. That's the code for the color, and we can paste that onto brackets or whatever coding program you're using. I don't know if that's the color you want. So let's go for something nice and bright. I like the color. Let's go for that. We can just post it here, and then semicolon, next line. I think that's basically all we want to do in our body. We don't have much. If we had a few more elements, we could have done some more stuff in our body tag. But for now, let's just keep it with background color. We can also put a background image, but I think just keeping it in a background color is nicer because it lets the text be more clear. But we can also put a background image. It's very similar to how to put an image into HTML. The code is just background image, and then you can put the image address. It's very similar. So now let's work on our H1. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's do font family. We can do Comic Sans. I want to make the font size. I want to make every font size a little bit bigger. So let's keep it at 50. And I want to change the color of our text. Now again, I could go into color picker, but for now, let's just pick something from here. We want to pick something dark. So let's go with Dark Orchid. I like the name of that. Okay, so we've changed the font family, the font size, and the color for our H1 tag. Now, what is our H1 tag? That is famous musicians. You can see in our HTML, the H1 is famous musicians. And now using CSS, we've changed the design for the H1. Now let's work on our H2. Let's keep the same font family, Comic Sans MS, font size. Since this is our H2, let's keep the font size a little bit smaller. We'll keep it at 40. Let's change the color of this as well. So you can see CSS is very simple to use. Basically, it tells you exactly, every code tells you exactly what it is. It's very easy to follow. That's why I like it so much. And now let's change our P tag. So like I was saying before, this is how CSS knows what exactly you want to change for what. So now this will only affect our paragraph tag. So font family, let's keep it the same font because I like this font. And then we want to keep this smaller than all of them because this is just our text. So we'll keep it at 30. Color, let's see. Let's choose another color. Blue violet. Okay. I'm saving this. Let's see. This is what it looks like before. Let's see how it looks like after. There we go. Basically, that's how CSS and HTML connect to make different designs. Very simple. We can change all the colors. We can change the font family, the font size. Now, I just want to give you a better idea of when we change each element, I just want to give you a better idea of how that works. So let's say we want the height to be 500. We save this, and look, the image got a lot longer. Let's make that bigger too. Let's make it wider. I think that's 500. Oh, it's too much. 500. Save it. Refresh. Boom. There you go. Now you can do a lot more. For example, if you want to center this text.
Sorry for interrupting. I'm wondering, like, this is a type of programming, right? Or it's different?
No, this is a type of programming. This is web development. So we're basically working on making a very basic web page.
Okay, so it's also programming, right?
Yeah, this is also programming for sure.
Or coding?
Yeah. These are all codes.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, code is just the name for any generic language used for programming. So right now, the coding languages that we're using are HTML and CSS.
Okay, well, what's different from coding and programming?
Coding and programming are very similar. You use codes to program different apps, different websites. So basically, they're very similar. They go hand in hand like that.
Okay, it's pretty same, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So here I just align the text center. I think I want to do that for all of them actually. So we can do that as well. You have to remember to put a semicolon after each thing on CSS because that's just the way it knows to differentiate each different design element. So I'm going to center all of these just to see if that looks better. And that's what using CSS is. It's just trial and error. You keep trying, seeing if you like something, and if you don't like it, you can always change it. It's very simple to use. Let's see. So there we go. I centered all the text. And I can center the image also. Actually, I think what I want to do is I want to put in another p tag just to show you guys how that would work. That was p1. Let's put p2. Let's change this to p1. And then remember, we got to change it to p1. And put in p2. It's very important to put a break tag after each because then you know that it's a different paragraph. Boom. So let's go back on Wikipedia. Musician, Wikipedia, and copy a different paragraph. Let's do this a little bit longer. Here we go. Control V. Boom. Now we have two paragraphs. Control S. I just saved it. And now let's do more design for P2. I'm sorry if you can hear the motorcycle outside. Someone's going very fast. Font family, comics. Let's do 30 again. Let's change the color up though, just to make it a little bit different. We'll keep it, let's see, let's keep it a nice dark color though, so you can see it, because the background, remember, is light. And then text, align, center, boom. Control S. Boom, there we have another paragraph. So you can see that since we made the two separate tags, P1 and P2, and then for CSS, we put P1 and P2, they know how to differentiate between the two paragraphs. So they know that each paragraph is different. So yeah, just to recap, what have we done? We made a website with 2 paragraphs, 2 headers, an image. We've seen how to customize each of those elements, and we put in a background color. And that's a very, very basic, CSS and HTML programming that we've just done. Oh, let's put a break tag between the paragraph and the image so we can see there's a space. See, right now there's no break tag, but then when I do put in a break tag, oh, it didn't register. Control S. There we go. Now you can see there's a space between. That looks a lot better. Okay, that's basically all I have today. I know it's a little early, but if you guys have any questions, this is a very basic web page. I can do a little bit more design if you want, but if you have any questions, I'll take them now.
Yeah, I just wondering if you can send me the video. I mean, for replay. Great. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, link. We will send you the video, and also again send you the links if you didn't have chance to download the necessary program. Thank you very much, Ronak, for your explanation. It was great. And again, if anybody would like to their child to start our web development course, we are happy to offer a free trial for your child. Visit our website kiddyschool.online and talk to you soon then. Again, Ronak is one of our students who has successfully graduated from web development course, and he is doing mobile app development right now. And if you want your child to succeed, he can start learning coding even at 9 years old already. So I think the best the best age to start web development course is about 9 years old. For younger kids, we have Scratch program and also Roblox programming, which is more game development. So thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekends. Bye-bye.